For we came in to Eugene on a Friday, and I think we mostly moved in on Monday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? You remember where it was? Do you have an address?
Oh yeah, we know, but it's not there.
It's not
now.
there anymore.
It's by the mill race, near the university and NCU.
Because Mom and Dad said they stayed in a little apartment in East LA somewhere.
Yeah, we were in their apartment when we visited.
Okay, because I have an address, but
we were so impressed because they had a television.
Didn't Dad do something about the TV? I think Dad helped put that together or something.
And
I think he had headphones for Mom, so she could hear the TV when Dad was studying, when he was at UCLA, something like that.
Well, she used to take notes from his textbooks, and he would read her notes and pass the test.
I remember her telling me that. So when you guys got married, you just headed straight out of town, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. That same night.
Yeah. Were your parents worried about you guys, or?
Oh, maybe. I wouldn't say they were probably worried, but they were more.
Because you guys are both like 20-year-olds.
Yeah, they were just more wanting us to stay and go to college in that area.
Okay,
yeah. To Long Beach.
Yeah.
And your mom did one term at Long Beach Bible College. That isn't what they called it. Now it's Hope International.
Okay, yeah, okay.
But it's in a different location.
Okay.
But it was hard for her because she was living in the Y, and she didn't have much living space, and she had to figure out her meals as well as her tuition.
Yeah.
And it was just.
So Mom was living.
Hard.
Where was she living?
She lived for one semester in Long Beach, and in the Y there.
I didn't even know that.
Did you?
I didn't know that. So then she went to the. I knew she went one semester, some Bible school.
That was a little. Yeah, she did.
Okay.
And so she was going there. That she was living in the Y.
Okay.
And she had a harder time because she didn't get much help financially. And when I went, the folks paid my room and board in a private home.
Okay.
A really nice lady from England, and we had tea for breakfast.
Oh gosh, how fun!
So I had an easier job of, going to college than your mom. And your mom, I didn't think of this at the time, but our story of how the folks didn't like to have me ride double on my bike. So we would walk until we got to the corner of Los Angeles and Cedar Court, and then she'd hop on the bike and we'd make our way. So and then I thought, in retrospect, how sad it was that she never had a bike. I think her dad painted up an old one for her when they were in Oklahoma, maybe.
Really, yeah.
But she never really owned a bike for herself. She didn't have any luxuries. No.
I know when she was living in, when Grandma Alberta was on 4th Street first, right? And then was she living with Grandma on 4th Street too, or was she living with you guys?
Well, they were settled in, Roland and Betty in Alberta, on 4th Street. But prior to that, Grandma Foster and Grandpa were with Aunt Alice on the west side of Los Angeles, and they hadn't bought a property yet.
Okay.
And I trying to think. Well, when I was in 8th grade, was when your grandma and Betty and Roland came out, and it was near the beginning of the school year, and I was never told anything about it. So it was a total surprise, and they just sent Betty up to the front door to ring the bell, and I was just never so happy in my whole life.
How long had you not seen her for?
She was in 2nd grade with me, and when I in Liberty Chapel.
Yeah.
So it would have been 5 years.
Yeah, right. Oh my. Did you guys write letters to each other at all? Do you remember anyone writing letters back and forth?
I'm sure we did, but I don't really remember that so much. But one time, Mother made a dress for me, and she made a matching one for Betty.
That's cool.
And it was such a treasure to Betty.
Yeah, I bet it was.
A brand new dress.
Oh.
And it was striped in reds and bright colors, and she loved it.
I think there's some picture where you're wearing. Is there a picture of that dress?
It could be.
I don't know. To look back.
Uh-huh.
So Aunt Liddy made you the dress.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So she was quite a sewer too then.
Yeah, she
like
was.
Like Grandma.
Uh-huh. And she made dresses, matching dresses for when we were younger too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But that one was special to Betty because of, I think she just didn't have a lot of luxuries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know when she used to go back to Trenton, maybe during the summers, maybe they were still in back there.
Uh-huh.
But her Grandma Clark would be always like buy her a new pair of shoes or treat her to some things maybe.
That's great.
Where Grandpa Clark maybe would have gotten them a few things there, but I don't think he did a lot for them.
She would go to movies with your Grandma Clark.
I think I remember her saying that they would buy some kind of crackers
I think
to go in, and she told me something about how she remembers standing in line with what do you call it, ration things for sugar and things. Like
sugar
that.
and meat.
Yeah, something like
and,
that. Ration cards.
Tires if you had a car. They were all rationed.
It's hard to think about that. You know how that is.
And my mother always kept chickens. There was a run behind the garage, so we always had fresh eggs. And then they had what we called victory gardens during the war.
Okay.
Because there would be food shortages, and so people were encouraged to plant a victory garden.
That's what they called it, a victory garden. Okay.
And Mother always did that, even after the war.
So she'd plant like zucchini and different vegetables and stuff? And they had probably like fruit trees and...
They did. They had persimmon trees and peach trees. I think maybe 2 peach trees. I don't think we had apple. But Mother liked working outside, so we
apricot tree
benefited. Oh, that's right.
Apricot,
we did.
yeah. I like apricots too. I don't get them too often. But I used to have an apricot tree up in the Bay Area, and where we rented that house, and it was such a good tree. It gave so many apricots. It was amazing. But
that's great.
And that was cool.